I hope this goes okay doing the weeklies live because you guys have a pleasant way of distracting me. If you are jumping on to watch the live, please say g'day. I am running a little bit behind, so I'm just going to tune into the cards and stuff as we wait for beautiful souls to get this notification or grabbing their cuppers or whatever anyone's doing. Hello to everyone that's going to come back and watch the replay as well. Good morning, Lisa. It's good to see ya. Good to see you. While I'm just tuning in, getting into work business mind, feel free to tell me how you're feeling at the moment. What's going down? Are the morning messages resonating with you as to where the energy's at? Hang on, I've just got to let the dog inside. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad, Lisa. I love jumping on and doing these lives, and I'm hoping to do a lot more coming up. I'm doing a big reshuffle at the moment. Oh, you're finishing your morning walk. You'll do a few more Ks for me, hey? Yeah, so I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you are feeling the energies lighten up a little bit. I think a lot of people at the moment are simply tapping into a broader perspective, getting their priorities set. Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing anyway, and that's what I feel the collective are doing. Hey, Kim, I love you. All right, I'm just gonna tune the cards. I'm literally running behind the 8 ball a little bit, so I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I need 17 hours in my day. Oh dear. All right. So once again, how you guys feeling? Anyone want to share how they're feeling or what's going down? I will pop back and put the timestamp on when the actual insight starts. So if you don't want to listen to me mumbling or jumbling or preparing or anything, that's cool. That's cool. I'm jumping on to do these a little bit earlier because I've got things planned this weekend. So, yeah, I thought I'd better squeeze it in, do it now, do it live, see if there's anyone that has any further questions or anything like that. Ooh. Yeah, the energy's awesome, hey. It's amazing. It sure is amazing. So, yeah. I thought I'd just do it live. So while we're given another minute or so for others to jump on, because like I say, unless people subscribe, hit the notification bell, sometimes YouTube are a bit laggy when it comes to giving notifications. I know a lot of people, especially here in Australia, are probably at work or doing something. But, yeah, what was I going to say? I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for booking in your psychic insight and guidance with me over the last 2 weeks especially. The connections I've made and the messages that were channeled and how much more spirit are giving me and how much more articulate it is. I'm working very closely with Archangel Metatron at the moment. He's doing his magic, he's doing his thing. I'm so appreciative. But, you know, I honestly, it's if you guys didn't believe in me, you know, and trust in me and all that sort of jazz, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone who does kindly buy me a coffee or leaves a kind donation too. I love you guys. It's really appreciated. It does help me keep the channel going and stuff like that, especially with everything that I do and I give. So, you know, I know that it's all going to come back to you threefold, so I really do appreciate that. There are going to be some shifts and changes happening to my work and stuff. I haven't solidified it enough to sort of put it out there yet, but yeah, you may have to keep an eye out for that. I've got a big mouth. I just feel like I want to tell everybody, but not yet. So thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I've taken a step back from everyone's expectations of me. Just enjoying my 7-month-old puppy and resting. It's been a hectic 6 months. Oh, that's awesome, Lisa. That's awesome. Honestly, because you're doing that, you're gaining momentum like you don't know. I think you do know, but you don't know, if that makes sense. But that's going to catch up to you soon. So I'm really looking forward to, look, I think the next till, depends on where you're at in your timeline. I'm predicting more so probably next week to feel a lot more, oh, okay, I'm just going to go do this and I'm just going to do that type of energy. So hang in there, guys. Keep doing your thing. I love that. I love that. It makes me feel good knowing that you guys feel good. And every time I put up the morning message and everything like that, just the energy that's coming through with that, I wish I could bottle it and give it to some people. Because, you know, words are just words and stuff like that. And a lot of people are saying to me that, oh, you can write your post, but I can hear you saying it. So that's cool. So hopefully you're receiving the energy you need through that way. But yeah, I'm liking where this is going. I'm liking where this is going. Let's just say that. All right, so I won't fluff around, guys. Otherwise, I could be here all morning, and I've got lots to do today and this weekend. So thank you all so much for joining. For those who are new, had a lot of people book in that just happened to stumble across my YouTube channel. So hello, if you're watching or going to watch the replay, I appreciate you taking a stab at me. Give me a go. I appreciate it. Good morning, Tina. It's good to see ya. Yeah, let's get into this, eh? So please don't think I'm ignoring you if I do tune out. Obviously, I'm channeling energy, and it is very easy to get distracted by comments or energies that do step in. So I will try to acknowledge, because I want to learn that skill and that art of being able to do both. But hey, Ben. Hey, man. Hope you're having a good morning. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm channeling. I literally go into a different dimension. So, yeah. Talk amongst yourselves if you want. If there's any spammers or scammers or anything that jump on, just ignore them. I will never hit you up for money or private readings or your credit card details or anything like that. If you do want me, my website is down below. All the links to everything else are in the description. And yeah, that's the only way that you can get in contact with me. I don't go out chasing you. So your caffeine fueled was working until midnight. Oh dear. You're a busy boy, Ben. You just reminded me that I had one. All right, let's get into this. We're 8 minutes in. All right. So once again, guys, I'm tuning out of me. I'm going to tune into spirit now. I'm going to see what they would love for us to know from this moment forth. Chat amongst yourselves. I will pop back and read your comments. And hello again to everyone that's going to watch the replay. All right, Spirit, can you use all my senses safely, securely, in full protection of the collective consciousness, especially my beautiful subscribers, anyone who invests time and energy and intent into my channel, something that we should need to know from this moment forth. What's going down? What's going down? Yeah. All right. So the cards that jumped out is that the end of a tough cycle is approaching, and I just sort of touched on that just briefly before I actually started channeling. So a lot of you are feeling this and knowing this, but I think the trick at the moment is to not get into your logical brain about it and try to sort or work things out too much. Still in a time, because we got what do you need to release? So we are still in a vibration. For some it's easier. For some, they're just learning how to do it. Obviously, I'm here for you if you need help to release unwanted thoughts, things, behaviors, people, you know, habits, lifestyle changes, I don't know, whatever you want. We are still in this releasing. So you will have the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows. You know, some days you'll be really, really good, and then maybe a day or two later you sort of hit rock bottom again. Please, I just really want to reassure you, it's been coming up in a lot of personal readings as well, that is normal. That is normal. All you're doing is maybe getting a little bit more disciplined, getting a little bit more consistent. The energies of a collective are getting more consistent. So that's all that's happening right now. You do have a very strong momentum of, you know, where you've been and how it is. If you keep telling that story, that's how it's going to be again. But a lot of people are jumping energetic timelines. They are closing out old karmic cycles in their life. You're either going with it by putting in the positive energy work and the personal development work, and you're being very mindful and intentful of what you're focusing on, where you're placing your time and energy and all that sort of stuff, or maybe you're still sifting through that right now. So nothing's going wrong, everything's going right. Hey everyone, hey Denise, and hey Jeanette. See, I forget names when I'm in channeling mine. Anyway, so you know, the next message is your dreams need a practical plan. So I know that a lot of people at the moment are balancing out their spirituality and practicality. For me, I'm going into the practical side of things. I'm doing a lot of physical and sort of structural rearranging in my life. I wouldn't say I'm sitting down and creating a plan, so to speak. That's not really what Spirit is saying. It's just kind of like recalibrating within yourself and sort of going into a bit of a visualization process and picture what you want the next 3, 6, 12 months to be for you, what it looks like for you. If you are a planner by nature and you can do this naturally, by all means go ahead and do it. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. But if you are planning for the future, please know that there's a lovely, healing, wonderful momentum that's backing that up for you. So towards the end of the year, you will receive the physical byproducts of where your thoughts and feelings are now, because the end of a tough cycle is approaching, whether you like it or not. So earth yourself, ground yourself. They just told me colour therapy as well. So maybe colour therapy, if anyone wants to look into colour therapy, that could be really beneficial at the moment as well. But they said at the end of the day, you are what you think. So maybe it's just about cleaning up your own thoughts and your own belief systems and affirmations and scripts to really increase your self-worth and confidence. That come up a lot this week as well. We did get communication is key. So a lot of you really do need to start either communicating with yourself a lot more positively, with the practicality side or the spirituality side. Maybe through communication with Spirit, you can start writing the self-script of your life. You know what I mean? Start actually writing the story of your life. It's like a book. Say to everybody, we have this book of life and we've got all these different chapters. A lot of us in the collective are like two pages away from starting a whole new chapter. So now's the time to script. Now's the time to write it. If you go back through all my posts, I do offer a week in advance type of self-script. It may suit you, it may not. It's just a template. So you may actually read it and it resonates, but you'd like to add things to it. Or you might like to remove things from it and add your own intention into it. You can do that as well. But I would start scripting the story of your life, how you want it to be. That's going to help you release any unwanted things, thoughts, people, places, old experiences, all that sort of stuff. So you choose. Are you balancing out your spirituality, or are you getting more into the practical side? When I say practical, I would really encourage people to do physical action based on an inspired action. Like, yes, I just got to do that. Yes, I just got to do that. Rather than, if I do that and, you know, I'm going to get this outcome. And that's sort of what people are learning not to do right now. Oh, go, Ben. You go. All right, now we got a personal issue reaches resolutions. Like I say, there are tough cycles ending. There are resolutions coming in. Your answers are going to come in so many different ways, you guys. Please stay really, really flexible. Just continue to put yourself in the right place. Follow that inspired action steps. It may feel like it's a long, slow slog to start with, but your soul knows what it wants right now. It knows what it needs. If you need to rest, please rest. You're not being lazy. We are working with energy here. We're not working with, you know, the physical 3D reality. So create a practical plan for yourself, whether this is just through visualization, communication, start communicating. I mean, I don't know how many times I got on a private reading this week and my throat chakra just closed up because the energy that I was connecting with really had a hard time expressing their truth, or, you know, they could have even been hurt by someone who expressed their truth to them. Energy is always fluid. It's interchangeable. So, yeah. So like I say, if you have ebbs and flows, don't stress about it over the coming week. It's going to be perfectly normal. If you do feel like you're going down too much, please do an inspired action that's going to raise you back up. Whether you go and have a sauna, whether you go get a massage, whether you just make a cup of tea and lay in bed with a good book, whether you have a chat with a friend, whether you take the dog for a walk, whether you go and sit out in Mother Nature somewhere. Just do something that's not going to sabotage this energetic momentum that we've got going on at the moment. All right, because it's ending. New chapters are beginning. A lot of this is karmic, and it's a really tough energy sometimes, because when something... If we've been selling for less than we deserve and we keep putting up with that, then you're going to start a new karmic cycle experiencing the same thing. It may not be with the same person or the same job or same situation, but it's going to be in a different costume. I don't want to scare anybody, but this is just the reality of it. For those who have been making positive choices and have been putting out and projecting and planning and affirming and scripting and doing all these wonderful spiritual practices, then you may actually start living the life you desire in probably more so the end of June, beginning of July. Yeah, listen to music. That's another good one. Ben, I've been doing a lot of that. You'll probably see me post a lot of links and stuff. Because I sometimes I just say, hey, Spirit, what's our anthem? And then I'll go on Spotify and I'll just scroll through and all of a sudden this song pops up and I go, hell yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So yeah, okay, let's get into some fairies. So that's the collective energies, you guys. That's what's going on as a collective. So you may be still feeling that push and pull, but we're going to get some fairies. This card keeps coming out. Okay, so we got emotional healing. So that speaks for itself, doesn't it? A lot of us are going through our own levels of emotional healing. From the readings I've had in the last 2 weeks, what my clients have experienced, my posts probably really reflected how do I say this? I'm really passionate about my people and I get very protective, especially when they've been clients of mine for a very long time. And I've had some pretty dirty things done to me and stuff like that in the past and all that, but what has happened to these people and what's continuously happening to these people, it gobsmacked me. Absolutely gobsmacked me. Just when you think you've heard the worst thing happening to good people, mate, you guys know who you are. My heart goes out to you. It really, really does. I can empathize on a certain level because I have been there, done that, had that happen to me, but worked my way through it. But a lot of people don't really know how hard it is for an empath to counsel or mentor or read for others that literally have had rugs pulled out from underneath them, have had the worst case possible scenario happen to them. Look, it's at no fault of their own. It's at no fault of their own, but in some ways they did manifest it. And typically it's because of low self-worth or not honouring and seeing the red flags, not making positive choices and decisions for self. That is not a blame game. We love you all unconditionally and all that sort of stuff, but, you know, I get really passionate because I hate seeing people have to go through some of these things and stories that I heard. It's very heartbreaking, especially when you can empathize on a personal level with it. But the posts and stuff that I'm sharing with you, hopefully, and I'm getting a lot of feedback on Facebook, which is really nice. Thanks so much that, you know, just whatever was said or shared, a new perspective, whatever has helped you. So that's all I'm here for, you guys. That's all I'm here for. Love Spotify. Helps decipher message from spirit. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. All right, so we are going through emotional healing, you guys. So chakra balancing meditations would be really good. Sifting and sorting through your emotions. A lot of people just booked in for a quick counselling session with me just to purge what they're holding on to that they didn't want to sort of tell anybody else. So find a mentor, find a coach. Write it down, release it to spirit, do whatever you have to do. Continue to do it because the end of a tough cycle is approaching. We are still releasing. Whether you think you're on top of your game or not, we are still releasing in some ways. We've got to balance out our spirituality and practicality. We need to communicate positively and effectively with people. And if someone's coming to you to talk and release to you, please sit there with an open mind. You know, actually listen to them. Don't just hear them, listen to them. And because I notice this a lot, that a lot of people will say something, but that the person that they're saying it to is actually preparing their reply rather than just listening. So sometimes listening may just be the key for the next week as well. Just listen, just listen. I'm learning too that I can't fix everyone's problems and I can't do the energy work for them and all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's a lesson, especially if there's light workers coming into play at the moment. Hi, Lisette. Good to see you, doll. All right, so when we do get patience, please. So patience is the key. It's so funny when you say to people, you know, it's all divinely orchestrated, it's in divine timing and yada, 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 and you can feel their resistance going, we just want it now, I just want it now. Well, it's coming, guys, I can guarantee you. It's really, really important. I can't encourage this enough, is to get out of nature. If you could just one day over the weekend, just get out of nature, even if it's in your own backyard, or anything like that, please do so, because you will receive the download, the message, the sign, the synchronicity. It could be through an animal, it can be through numbers, it can be through a download, your ears may start ringing, it can happen in so many different ways, but you need to disconnect from the source of the problem right now. That's how you release. If you keep talking about the problem, amplifying the problem, telling your neighbours and your friends and all that about the problem, then that's going to be your next cycle, and we don't want that for you. We're going to try to work very feverishly over the next week or so to keep you guys, your heads above water. If you're doing the work and stuff, obviously, you keep doing what you're doing and that, but there's a lot of people here that, you know, they struggle maintaining that balance. So I'll do my best for you guys. I'll do my best. Some of you may be going on a holiday, taking a trip away, having some time off, or maybe it's just about embracing the energy that your life is one big holiday. I know there's a lot of people out there that are really craving to have a freedom-based lifestyle. They do want a lot more flexibility. They don't want to be so rigid. All those type of energies. Please know that some of you may, they just said gifted a holiday too, so some of you may be gifted a holiday. But don't just wait for a holiday to come for you to have a time to relax either. So there's lots of messages in this. It's going to be different for everybody. But and I'm getting really hot now. But yeah, if you are going on holiday, want to book the holiday, or you just know intuitively that the holiday that you've got coming up is going to be really good for you, then that's going to be the case. So we do have the sun card as well. This seems to be coming up a lot. So if you do have a sun or a male energy that is in spirit, I always connect the energy with this as your son, your child, whether this was, you know, a child who did make it earthside, whether this is through termination or miscarriage or whatever, your son is making their presence known to you. So the more resistance, the more you release the resistance, the more they'll be able to come to you. If you have living sons, if you have sons that are earthside and you have any worries or concerns about them, please know that you're doing a great job, and that your children are going to be absolutely fine. It's a heavily protection around children, especially when it comes to the sun. What I'm noticing with the male, the boys of this planet right now, is that their intuition is going off. I've had to give some guidance and stuff to mums whose male children are starting to see spirit, sense spirit, communicate with spirit, and they've got this little beautiful little ability going on, but then they go to school and then they're picked on, they're bullied. It's like all the boys are really sensitive right now. So please just allow them to express themselves. Take them to a new age store or something and just say, hey, go choose a stone that you like, or let's put up a dream catcher. Incorporate some spirit-led practices into their life as well. You don't have to do it all guru-y and all that sort of stuff, but I do feel like there's a lot of children out there at the moment that need some form of shielding or some level of cleansing, or a safe space so they can just be creative with their own craft in whatever they do. So we are heading into a time of individuality. So a lot of people are stepping up into their confidence right now. They're really taking a look at self. That's what this healing's been encouraging everyone to do. But yeah, just remember that you are unique. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. It's okay to be the wonderful individual you are. It's about accepting other people as well, to allow them to be their individuals as well. This is a blissful part of tapping into the 4D and the 5D, which I know a lot of you are doing. the blissful part of this is that you get into a stance where you are proud to do things your way, to be yourself, to express yourself, to communicate with others in a loving, assertive way. We had this discussion the other day, I think, in the other live, so you might want to go back and check that out. But please express your individuality. You will never be able to do it like somebody else. Stop comparing yourself. I just had a strong energy just come in and go, stop comparing yourself. And I don't usually point my finger, I try not to. But stop comparing yourself to other people, how other people are doing it, what they're doing. You know, just because it's not right and congruent to you, it doesn't mean it's not right and congruent to them. Respect everybody. Respect their process. Oh, Jesus. Respect their process. And just, you know, do your own thing. Do your own thing. Well, that was awkward. All right, so let's get into some tarot. So thank you if you're still here. Oh, Ben, you don't know where you don't want to know where my mind is. Put it this way, I think over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, Dan's going to shock a fucking lot of people. Yes, indeedy. But for now, all right. Let's tap into tarot. Tarot is my fortune telling tool. I am not a tarot reader, so I just use the cards as a way to keep the energetic timeline going fluidly. I will show you the card. So if you want to Google it or take note of it, a lot of people do that. So you can check what the card meaning is, but that's not how I work. I can't wait too, Lisa. I can't wait to see what all you guys are doing as well. Holy shivers. I just feel like I want to keep going. Yes, as predicted. Look, I as soon as I turned this card over, I heard that song, I walk the lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. So that song could be symbolic. That song could come to you through Spotify or your music at the moment, especially if you're a Leo. If you didn't check out the star signs, I'm sure music come up really strongly for Leo as well, or you got a placement in Leo, whatever. But it's okay, guys, to just do your own thing, just for and get in touch with your individuality for now. You know, we have had, over the course of the last few years, a lot of influential energies. A lot of us have had extraordinary contrasts, you know. I lost my brother, I lost my mum. You know, Ben unfortunately lost his wife and his daughter. I know there's other people here that have gone through really big traumatic events. Like, they are traumatic. They really have been. So it's okay to seek external stimulation or help or support or whatever, but Spirit are really trying to encourage everyone, I think, to really step into the 4D where you do actually tap into self and find the answers from within yourself. That's been really encouraged. It is hard for some people who don't do this as a lifestyle, I get it, but if you do ever need new processes or new ways of doing things, like I say, always put a comment under my posts, and I can create a post for you, because most of my posts that I do post are from people who have inboxed me privately. And I know if people are inboxing me privately, there's guaranteed to be another 10, 20 people who want to ask me the same thing. So keep an eye out for the posts. Hopefully they'll be able to really help you, but you've been intuitively guided to go within and check out what floats your boat. What do you want to fill all your cups up with right now? It doesn't matter whether you are drained. It doesn't matter whether you're half topped up, or it doesn't matter whether you're overflowing. This goes for everyone. If you have got your groove on and you've got your shit together and you know where you're going and doing all that, start scripting it. Start writing it out. If you're sort of half full, not sure where else to go, obviously tap in. Have a reading with me if you want, just to get the momentum going. There are heaps of hundreds of different readers and people who do different modalities. So you pick and choose who you invest your time and energy and trust and faith and all that into. But if you are really rock bottom right now, you may need some professional intervention of some sort, or just make the choice to feel better from this moment forth. So that's sort of the hierarchy at the moment. A lot of you are still keeping yourself in some form of self-imposed prison here. This can be an energy of lack and scarcity. more so focused on everything that's going wrong rather than everything that's going right. I don't have enough to get that. I don't have enough to do that. All that type of energy. This can be a doormat type energy too. So maybe you're waking up and you're going, you know what, I'm not going to let you walk all over me anymore. I'm not going to let you do that anymore. I'm not going to let you talk to me like that anymore. I feel like, through the communication card that I got before, that a lot of you are either on the brink or you are being encouraged to start putting people in their place. You can do it from a loving, kind space. I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. Or I can see where this is going. This is my typical one. I can see where this is going because I can literally see what's going to happen. So I'm just going to pull the plug now, and I'm just going to disconnect my energy from that for a little bit and just, whatever it is. That's what people are learning to do right now. What I love about it is that the more time you spend by yourself, the more inspiration you're going to get from spirit, from things that you watch, from things that you hear, from rendezvous that you have, from social outings that you go on. It's going to come in so many different ways. It's going to give you a newfound sense of inspiration, which is going to motivate you to do something different, to go in a different direction. I can't wait to tell you the process that I'm going through at the moment. I don't want to do it just yet, but I sort of want to do it, document it, and share it. That's my process from now on. I will give you a little taste. Of course, gotta give the mice some nibbly stuff. But anyway, this is the energy that we're doing at the moment. So what I love about this is that we do have stability and security coming up. The more you tap into your inspiration, and we inspire ourselves through our thoughts, through our connections with others. If someone around you or something that you're doing or something is not inspiring you, it's time to release that and replace it with something new. That's why we got the what do you need to release. Maybe it's just lifestyle changes. It might not be actually physical things. You may have to release some old habits and behaviors or whatever, but there is stability and security coming up. September is highlighted with this. So if you do the energy work now, you pop back and, maybe go back and rewatch some of these videos, or you stay tuned each week when I get on and do this. Find new ways to get your own perspective. Honor your needs at the moment. Slow down if you have to. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop. Slowing down just means you're releasing the resistance. You're not pushing shit uphill. You're not, trying to make things happen through your ego. Come back to self. But I can guarantee you guys that there's stability and security coming up for everybody. Yeah, definitely. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. This is the wrapping up of a karmic cycle. So we are 2 pages away from a whole new karmic cycle chapter in our life. You're either scripting it, preparing it, pre-paving it with your thoughts and your emotions. You're either doing that or you're learning how to do that. And if you're learning and you want to know, I'll help you because I want everyone to have the good stuff. But if you have done it and we're in the scripting mode at the moment and we're going there in our thoughts and our emotions and we're living it like we have it already, guaranteed September at the latest. I'll go September at the latest because, like I say, everyone's got their own stream going. But this is wishes fulfilled. This is karmic rewards. Some of you aren't even asking for a lot right now. Some of you are just asking for emotional relief. Well, if that's all you're asking for, then so be it. It's on its way. It's coming in. You just can't stay here. You can't stay here. I'm stuck. I'm stagnant. I can't do this until I have that. There's 101 ways to skin a cat. If you need an idea, if you need a new perspective, always comment down below and I will help you. I will give you a tool. I've got 100. I've got thousands. I've got millions. I just can't share them all in a small time frame on this. I just share the most poignant ones that work. So, wishes are going to be fulfilled. We are in the tower at the moment, so nothing's going wrong. Everything's going right. Emotions are high, but they can be soothed. Do what you need to do to work your way through this. It's going to end in the next week or so. I bet my bottom dollar. It's because it's karmic. You know what I mean? It's karmic. It's the karmic things and the toxic things that you do to yourself. It's the karmic and toxic things that others have been doing to you. It's anything that is not conducive to your well-being and highest good. Release it. Release it. Stop. Try to avoid picking your energy up and putting it back in the problem and try to sort it out. You're wasting your time. It's precious energy. It's precious energy. If you do need to do that, by all means do it, but do so with the intention that I'll take my answer, I'll take my response, and I'm going to apply it to a process that's going to help me move forward. I hope I just did that justice, but I can't, like, I feel like I'm getting really loud and animated and stuff now because I can't emphasize this enough. The wheels are turning in your favor. It's just about being more disciplined, more focused on yourself, more articulate in your communication, and without the fear of consequence. If you're doing it and it's right for you, keep going. You can't make other people see, believe, adapt, change, anything to suit you in this life. You're flogging a dead horse, you really are. So it's about you coming back to yourself and just going, no, I'm heading in this direction. What I like to say to myself in these type of energies is, look, I'm going in my own direction. I love you where you are. I'll support you if you're doing other stuff and that. But you either walk beside me and we walk together through this, or it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? So yeah, anyway. So I hope that all made sense. I'm missing a few here. Yeah, bring on the Sunny Coast barbecue for sure. All right, Lisa, we'll see you then. We should organise something definitely soon. I'm just not committing to a lot right now because I do have a lot of things on my plate. But yeah, definitely within the course of the next few weeks or something, absolutely. I'll buy snags and skewers. Awesome, Ben. I'll bring the esky. I have been since March. Beautiful, Lisa. I refuse to be bullied or pushed into anything anymore. I found my voice. Woohoo! I love that. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. Thank you. This is source energy, baby. Oh, hey, Jason. It's good to see you. Jeez, it's been a while. Anyway, let's keep going. Wrap this up. So we do have the Knight of Wands. So here comes this rebirth. Either you're going through an ego death right now, you're learning your karmic lessons, you're releasing the unwanted, placing it with the wanted, moving forward with a little bit more cheer and optimism, and you're doing a little bit of spiritual work, you know what I mean? You're going to be triumphant. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. You're going to step out of this self-imposed prison. Nothing can hold you back, especially when you get into the 4D and you remain there and you embody that. Oh, mate, you don't know what you're in for. You don't know what you're in for. It's amazing. Should I say it's better than orgasm? Close. Anyway, so this can also be offers coming in for you guys. So if you're sort of struggling at right now to align with people, with opportunities, with jobs, with connections or anything right now, our work is just to stay in our emotional space, in our feeling space, and keep projecting that. Because I feel like there is an external influence, an external source, can be a relationship, can be a new job, can be finding you the right property for yourself. It could be finding the right coach or mentor or group of friends. It can be anything. It depends on what you're desiring. So let's just keep it broad and just say whatever you're desiring and you're attaching that true blue, live it like I have it already feeling, my thoughts are positive, I'm all aligned and it's all good, then you've got an offer or an opportunity coming in for you. This is an energy that sees your worth. They see how valuable you are. It's not kind of pedestal energy, but it's really healthy. It's really healthy energy exchanges, if that makes sense. So, it could be someone seeing how good you are at your job or your work, and you've known it all along, but your current experience or your past experience has sort of been showing you otherwise. The more you stick in your guns and step into that leadership type role in your life, there is an opportunity coming in for work. It could be relationships. So, as you will always hear me say, you teach people how to treat you. If you've been ignoring the red flags, if you've been really investing time, energy, emotion into anything that's not of equal energy exchange, if you are working through that right now, through the temperance energy, through my wishes are always fulfilled, I always get what I ask for, it is the law of attraction, what I think and feel comes back to me threefold, all that sort of stuff, then there could be a really beautiful union that's coming in for you. Stability, security with this as well. Or maybe it's just physical side. Some of you may actually find the right trainer or the right physical exercise that you want to do, or the right nutritionist, or somebody who is congruent, that is just right for you to help you encourage your inspiration, to encourage your future. You know, there's a lot of energies at the moment that are trying to keep people where they are, try to keep them stuck. It's time to rise above it now. Rise above them, love them where they are. Please always practice and be unconditional and non-judgmental, because people only do things from the space of where they know what they've been programmed through their own choices and decisions. You know, that's cool, man. It's got nothing to do with you. That's on them, and they need to do that work. So, but last but not least, guys, we have triumph, we have victory, we are fully supported first and foremost by the divine. Honestly, go easy on yourself between now and probably next week. I can't even wait already to do next week's reading, because I feel like I'll be able to clean a lot of this out, and there'll be a lot of new fun stuff coming back in. It's going to be depending on what my audience is calling for, because I'm an energy reader. Spirit, give us what we need. But there is triumph coming for you. So those who are here, going to be able to watch the replay, follow me and walk beside me on this journey. The ones who are doing the energy work, they're not staying still. They're not getting stuck in tower moments. You know, they are doing the releasing work here. They're floating their own boat, following their own intuition, only saying yes to things that actually add value and top their cups up, not take it away. Because a tough cycle is approaching for everyone. We are in an emotional healing space right now. Some of you do need to balance out your spirituality and practicality, or learn something new here. The wheels are turning in our favor. We are ending a karmic cycle. Nothing's going wrong. Everything's going right. It is going to start gaining a very strong momentum, and you are going to start seeing the physical results of what you're asking for, especially if you tap out of this self-imposed prison, which can be your fear of lack, worry, concern, trying to feather other people's nests instead of your own, not putting enough structure and priority into your own life and your own health and well-being and your holistic self. Get amongst it right now, you guys. Take advantage of this energy, because if you try to push shit uphill and make things happen before they're ready and all that sort of stuff, you're just going to sabotage yourself, and all the emotional healing that you've done up until this point, it's going to be sabotaged. So we don't want that for you. We don't want that for you, because your wishes are going to be fulfilled. Everything's coming karmically full circle. If those have done you wrong, if those have been if anyone has been lying, cheating, stealing, energy vampiring, putting black magic on you, putting any type of shit on you, had that happen to me last week. You know, they can't penetrate this, let's just say that, but I feel sorry for those who aren't fully shielded and protected and cleanse themselves and do all that type of stuff. But there's a lot of energetic vampires and energetic psychic attack. I literally had to, I don't usually go into that, but obviously Spirit want me to. But there was a lot of psychic attack that's been happening over the last week and that as well. So wear your protective stones. Keep your thoughts and vibrations high. Like Ben said, raise your vibration. Watch the music. Watch the music. Listen to music. Watch positive things. Get your bodies moving. Get some exercise. You know, get in touch with your feminine if you're too masculine, and get into your masculine if you're too feminine. That's the balancing out, because you have an offer coming in for you. You have something that you're desiring, something that you're launching, some rocket that you've placed out there. It's coming in for you. It's going to make you feel alive again. It's going to make you feel rejuvenated again. It's going to make you feel like you can actually wake up tomorrow morning and go, woo, what's next for me? What's next for me? Then you'll live your day in this 4D reality on this timeline, and people can't penetrate you, or unless you want them to. But anyway, people can't do anything to or influence you unless you allow it to some degree. And I go to bed satisfied each night. This is the energy that we have the potential of stepping into. I don't know about you, but I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it. Personal issues are reaching a resolution. You need to know that your children in heaven and down on the physical plane, they are safe and protected, very sensitive. So you may have to maybe get a shaman or get someone who's very good at their craft to help you with your sensitive kids. Can be that. Express your individuality. If people don't like you, they're not your people. They're just not your people, and that's okay. It's not rejection, it's redirection. You know, there's no rejection. So be patient. If you are planning a holiday, enjoy it, go on it. You know, if you fit me in your suitcase, that'd be great. I'd love that. But at the end of the day, guys, communication is key. You're really going to have to communicate authentically, effectively. They just said precisely, and I would do some chakra alignment on my throat chakra, because the amount of people, because like attracts like, my reading style and my messages aren't for everybody. I get that. But the people I have read for and have reached out to me, all of their throats, I literally was choking nearly in every reading because their throat chakra is so closed off. So communication is going to be the key. So yeah, that's for the week in advance. So come back and re-watch it if I spoke too fast or said too much or whatever, but I love it, man. I love it. All right. Oh, thanks, Jason. Yeah, if you could hit the like button, that'd be awesome. I always forget to say things like that because I just get on and do what I do. That's a biggie, just accepting people in their own space, love and light to them. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I say, if you haven't got that surety yet and that acceptance, I was never always like this either. You know what I mean? Like, I used to always care what other people thought, and I used to always worry about people and had this belief that I had to feather their nests and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, as you do your own personal development and you get stronger and more resilient and more knowledgeable, really, because once I had the fundamental knowledge that everybody's a creator of their own reality and there's nothing that you can do, say, that's going to shift that for them. They have to do their own energy work themselves, but you can either choose to influence their energy by being the person or encouraging them on their strengths rather than continue to point out their negative bits, and allow their action to prove to you that your energy is being used wisely, so to speak. But if not, I always used to say, well, Spirit, if I can't help them, they're not making positive choices, they're a 3D type energy, I just say, Spirit, please send them the right teacher because I'm just not them. It's just not me. So once you get that, it's sort of, it does get a lot easier. And that's part of a lot of people getting into the 5D right now as well. Walking every morning, eating lighter and healthier, feel so much better, staying in my own happy place. I love that for you. Believing it will happen. I feel like I should know your name, but it eludes me in reading mine. I'm really sorry. Oh, g'day, Les. How's things? Can I ask if you have felt anything about the energies coming in the next week, Dan? Is it picking up? You just answered my question. There you go. They are creating their own reality, and that's okay. That's all right. And look, and ego is very, ego serves its purpose. You know, we all need an ego, but let's make it healthy. Let's make it self-assured. Let's make it confident. Let's make it unconditional. Let's make it non-judgmental. Let's make our ego all those type of things rather than I know better than you, so do it my way, rather than oh, look at me, I'm just so fantastic. You know, we all know the vanity and the ego, the egotistics, you know, my shit don't stink and all that sort of type of ego. But ego is actually really healthy. You need to really nurture and take care of your ego. And learn that life is, the biggest one that I stick with is life is an energy exchange. You get back what you put out there, and if you're not receiving physical evidence or outcomes or anything that you're putting out there, it's basically to let you know where your energy's at and what energy work that needs to be done to shift that, you know? So I'm going to get 3 deities. So if you do believe in the non-physical, these guys that come out, I'm going to ask Spirit to choose whoever, how many, but usually 3. So you can call upon these deities if you are learning. They are very close around us at the moment. If you do want to start working with Archangel Metatron, because he's working very efficiently with me, through me at the moment, and I've also recommended him to a couple of readings during the week. So call upon Archangel Metatron because he's a very good teacher, especially if you are a light worker. But we'll see what they have to say in here as well. Yeah. So we got Kalimar, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Booyah. Booyah. I'm telling ya, it's an energy, it's a spiritual shift. It's a spiritual shift, and it's a karmic shift, and it's an energy shift. It is unfolding. And take note of that word. It's unfolding. It's not, I do this and I get here. I do this and I get this. It's not that instant gratification like the 3D collective are after. So it is a spiritual unfolding. So go with the flow. Go with the flow. Do what feels best. Hang out with those who feel best for you. Listen to the music that you feel drawn to. Go with the flow. Be patient. We also got Krishna, which is devotion. So a lot of you may be tapping into a new faith. I'm noticing a lot of people doing that, and I love that. I've been actually working with a few people that do have mental health concerns, and they sort of, whether they're sort of connecting with me because obviously my energy in that, but they don't want to get into a religion or anything like that, but they just want to know about a higher level of consciousness and stuff like that. Some people are going to churches, so you can go to spiritual churches or you can actually go to a religious church. There's never any judgment because like always attracts like. But a lot of people are being asked to tap into some type of faith right now. Maybe you just need the faith that everything's going to be all right, because it really is. Trust your spiritual guidance, your internal guidance system. That's through your feeling space. If you're being pulled in a certain direction, honor it right now. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. So even if you don't have people around you that love you and accept you unconditionally, Source and Spirit do. So tap into a faith, you know. Read some positive literature. Oh, holy hell. We got Master Jesus. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the right path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. You are receiving the healing that you need, you guys. You really are. Father Jesus. Oh my God. The energy on that is insane. It's really, really important. They just said to me, it's really important that you forgive yourself first and foremost. Because all the decisions, all the choices that you made merely come from a part of your energetic timeline of which you knew, through the perspective of what you knew. I think a lot of people are taming that fight, flight, and freeze type reaction to things. I think that's what's going on, and I think that's what Father Jesus is here to help everybody with. So, yeah, like I say, go easy on yourselves right now. It's time to forgive yourself and forgive others because, oh, Jesus, man. Oh, sorry, pardon the pun. We're all in this together, you know what I mean? And no one's perfect, and everyone's learning. I just feel like I just got to say, go easy on yourselves. Go easy. Absolutely. Ego wants to ask why about things, and I'm learning from a feed. Love that for you, Jeanette. Love that. You are going to soar, Lisa. You are going to soar. We just got to keep scripting it. All right, for everyone that's still here, I am going to pull out a self-care card, especially if you're a doer. Pull out a self-care card and see what... Oh, this one... Look, see? This one really wanted to jump out. Be kind to strangers. I said this, and I was really going on a Banshee rampage about this probably a week or two ago. I really want to say to everybody, especially if you're on the receiving end of this, or you're on the giving end of this and you want to take acknowledgement of it. Hurt people, hurt people. End of story. So if you are being hurt emotionally, physically, mentally, holistically by others right now, it is a reflection of the hurt that the other person is projecting onto you. I'm not talking about the severe cases of, you know, domestic stuff and whatever. I'm not going that deep. But if people are communicating to you harshly, if people are trying to tell you that you're not good enough, if people are trying to, through their communication, energy, time, if everyone's teaching you where you are in their life right now. So pay attention to that. But most of all, take that pain, take that knowing what it feels like type of feeling that is being birthed from whatever's being released here, and pay it back in the community in some way. Go and make someone else feel better because you're transitioning into a 4D reality, and that's what they do. You know what I mean? Those who are in the 5D or merging into the 5D, you'll do it anyway. It's just part of who you are. But be kind to strangers. Be kind to ourselves and others. What words come to mind when someone cuts you off in the traffic? Road rage, or, you know, Challenge those responses with kindness and try to neutralize the sting in any barb. Being lighter in your response will also lighten your mood. It's about being proud of yourself for the way that you conduct yourself, how much you stand in your own self-respect and your own dignity and your own morals and your own values, expressing your individuality, knowing that you are never perfect, that there are always aspects of self that is always learning, growing, expanding, all that sort of stuff, and accepting that there's other people out there. Doesn't matter whether they're your next of kin or whether they're the stranger in the street. Everyone's doing the same thing. So be kind to yourself, nurture, love yourself, express your individuality, close out this karmic chapter on a high for yourself, and let's tap into the energy of where we see ourselves from August onwards and nurture and nourish that. The end. All right, Jeanette, I'm going to jump off shortly too. So I hope that did help some of you if you are watching the replay, you know. Yeah. Hello. Don't forget, guys, all the links to everything that you need from me are down below, whether it's my website, my Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, my Facebook. So I post in the community here as well, and I post in the community over on Facebook as well. So usually the posts, once again, are tailored to suit the inquiries that I have come in, because I just can't answer everyone privately. It's just, I just can't, Captain. All right, so do I have anybody else here? Would anyone, I've go another 5 minutes or so, would anyone like me to give them a little bit of psychic insight or guidance to help them move forward from this moment forth? I'm happy to do that for a few more minutes if anyone's feeling like they want to release resistance, they just don't know what. If not, I'm happy to go about my day. So once again, guys, thank you so much for especially subscribing, hitting the notification bell. I think I got shadow banned for something that I shared or did or whatever, because, you know, it sort of got caught up in the algorithms and all that. I'm not really worried about that, but, you know, it's hard for me to do my job, and especially when I want to do it spontaneously. If people aren't getting the notifications and that, I'm wasting my time, aren't I? Oh, Callie. Callie, really? All right, Spirit, can we get something for Callie? It's Callie, isn't it? So I remember your energy. But I'm blind. Even with my glasses on. All right, Spirit, something for Callie just to help soothe her where she is right now. I'm going to be honest, Callie, and I can't obviously go into a lot of detail, and it is a personal question and all that, but Spirit wants you to know that this has actually happened for a reason. It's for the highest good of all. I can feel that there's going to be an internal battle happening within you about that, because, you know, you love them. You know what I mean? I'm going to say that if you both do this energetic karmic cleanup work that needs to be done, because the way I feel for you, darling, is that this separation has occurred because maybe you're both going through your own karmic lessons right now. So there could be insecurity, codependency, there's lots of different reasons, but there's something that's going on. You guys are trying to find the source, the solution from the source of the problem. You're both probably trying to fix each other, but instead of that, you're like two magnets that sort of just, you know, are rejecting each other, so to speak. If you focus on your work, darling, focus on something that's just yours, tap yourself back into a hobby. Look, this just happened, so I'm not expecting, you know, you go through this process. It's not just, oh, I'll just do this and everything will be all right. But there is a chance for reconciliation is what I'm trying to say. But you both got to have your distance. You both got to have your separation, and you both have to do your energy work. If you focus on yourself right now, focus on your financial side of things, your work, your stability and your own security, in the coming months, you know, you will maybe get into a stronger place where this will make sense to you, and you'll just love them for the experience and where they are and all that sort of stuff. But I feel like there is a potential, and like I say, it's potential. It can be a prediction, but it's a potential that you guys can actually reunite. But you both have to go and do the energy work. Okay? So I hope that helped you, darling. Oh, happy birthday, Rebecca. Let's give Rebecca a nice little birthday message. Spirit, can we give Rebecca a nice little birthday message? Hope you're doing something fun. Something for Rebecca, please. I feel like I want to grab the fairy cards for you, but yeah. Look, I don't know what's going on, Rebecca, but there is toxic energy that may be influencing you. This could be actually you. Maybe you've got toxic thoughts, behaviors, addictions, lifestyle choices really that are no longer conducive to your well-being. It can be keeping you in this self-imposed prison. I'd go back and rewatch this if you didn't watch the entirety of this, because I feel like it's aligned with you. But anyway, it's time to step up into more, step out of the lack and scarcity type energy. Just be careful of, because I feel like I'm ingesting, so I feel like I'm consuming something that's not really fueling my body enough here. Look at that. You're coming into some sort of abundance style. Happy birthday. If this isn't you stepping up into abundance, especially if you get on top of your money mindset and release, this could be shopping sprees. Maybe you're spending too much money. I don't know. You know what it is for you. But if I make some adjustments to my lifestyle and I start learning new ways of doing things and I get more inspired than trying to put a Band-Aid on things that are going wrong or whatever, this can be you stepping up into this King of Pentacles energy where you get this money and this flow and this abundance coming in. Or this can be an energy that's actually going to come into your life, who wants to shower with you with gifts, who wants to look after you, who wants to invest time, money, energy. It doesn't always have to be money. It could be just time and effort as well. But this energy can come in for you. But at the end of the day, what Spirit would love for you to know, Rebecca, is that if you want to be in this energy, you can't stay here, darling. You can't stay here and you can't keep hanging around this or putting this in your body. It's like I say, I keep it very general when it comes to readings like this because other people can watch, So I hope that helped you, Rebecca, and happy 70th. Happy 70th. And thank you so much for supporting each other in here too. I love that. I am trying to build a community where everybody can meet like-minded people. You're welcome, Callie. And I will say this to you, Callie, because there's a lot of people going through relationship separations right now. You don't have to let go. You can't let go. If you haven't seen it already, I did do a video at the beginning of the week about letting go. It's not about letting go. It's just about releasing. It's about releasing the struggle, releasing the surrendering too. You can use either which word you like. You can surrender or you release, the need to figure things out right now. And if you come back to self and he goes back to himself and you guys get your fresh new perspective, it could take a day, it could take a week, it could take a month. Linear time is nothing when it comes to energy. But if you say even that statement, very hard letting go, but necessary right now, that instantly puts that feeling within you. If I could just reprogram that a little bit for you, I would reprogram that sentence with something like, nothing's going wrong right now, everything's going right, and I'm just going to love them where they are, but I love me more. If it's meant to be, it will be. It's safe for me to move forward. I will send him love and healing. You can even tap into a nicer feeling and say thank you, Thank you so much, because if you hadn't been that way, or if you hadn't made that choice, if you hadn't done that, then I wouldn't know this aspect of myself. So it's coming from a more broader perspective of love and stuff. And, if you need me, I'm here. Just soften that up rather than go, it's hard to let go and, I can't move forward or whatever. I think I'm only sharing you this skill and this tip because I think you've got it in you. And are you going to have your moments where you want to curl up in a ball in a corner and cry? Do it. Do it. Tears are water. Water's emotion. It needs to be released. So go bawl your eyes out. Give yourself 5 or 10 minutes to just to release the natural energy of it, and then come back to self and just say, everything's working out for me. Nothing's going wrong. Everything's going right. And this is a lifestyle. This is a skill. and everyone can cultivate it. So, yeah, I hope that helped you, darling. All right. Well, Lisette is feeling really good. Let's jump into Lisette. Lisette. Spirit, something for Lisette. Knock the energy out of that. Lisette. Of course you are. Of course you are, Lisette. You've got your wishes coming in. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. Your top's going to be cupped up. Your cup is going to be topped up. There's some level of abundance. This could be all three things, actually. This could be love, money, and joy, or this could be a new job, a new car, and a house. There's three separate things that are coming in for you, Lisette. You know it. Keep doing the energy work, darling. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. They're definitely coming in for you. Yeah, you're coming out of this emotional healing time, and you're about to actually start being very active in your life, and I'm really excited for you. You go. All right, Lisa, let's do a quick one for Lisa. Ooh. Are you indecisive, or are you just in don't wait for anything right now, Lisa. Don't wait for anything. I think there's a portion of your energy that is sort of still hanging around, just waiting. I'll just wait. I'll just do this and do that while I wait for that to happen. Nah, get out there and start mingling with the people that you want to mingle with. Start putting and projecting out there all the... you are projecting. Sorry, that's not a bad word. Sorry, I'm stuck in this energy. It's kind of like your intuition saying, go and ring this person, go and do this, go do that. But you're saying, no, I'll just wait until, I do this and I'll just wait till I do that. It could be wrong. Please know that you've got justice going in your favour. So if there are any legal stuff going on, I don't predict in that. That's not just my choice. But there is justice coming. So if you have been on the receiving end of any forms of injustice, please know that all those wrongs are now becoming right. I got a feeling it could be love. I don't know what your relationship status is, but I feel like that if it's not a love-based relationship, it can be just the fact that because you found the love of life now, you're going to start lining up with people who have the same sort of love of life than you do. So that's really good. Debbie, quickly, Debbie. Excellent, you know it? Well, believe it. And that's what I mean. It's just about doing really proactive things, Lisette, for all of us, not just you, but just keep waking up each day and what can I do today that's going to fill my cup? All right, we'll do Debbie, and then I'm going to have to jump off you guys. All right, Debbie. I feel like you're learning how to balance your heart and your mind. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the energy I'm getting quickly for you. There is a lot you need to release, darling. I don't know what you've been through, but I don't think it's been very pleasant. I feel like if I'm you, then I've been stabbed in the back more times than pork roast has been roasted. I know that's a stupid analogy, but I feel like you have copped it. You have copped it. What's happened is that now this experience is behind you. You're still kind of in your head about it. Or maybe you do still have people around you reminding you of this, influencing you of this. You don't want to keep this going anymore. I can feel it in you. You don't want to keep this momentum going any more than you have to. And you've got the Page of Swords here, darling, so you've got to release it in some way. Whether you go out in the middle of the bush and have a massive scream, whether you write that hateful, vengeful letter, don't send it, but just write that hateful, vengeful letter to who caused you this, who did this to you. Write them a letter, burn it, surrender it to the universe. You may actually need to see a psychologist or psychiatrist or a counsellor or someone of that nature, or a mentor or a coach or someone who's going to help you shift this energy. You are doing it, but I feel like there's a potential for it to be done just a little bit more, so to speak, because this is what's coming up for you, darling. This is positive co-creative relationships. I don't know whether you are sabotaging connections because of the way you feel, the way you think, or anything like that. Spirit just wants you to know, darling, that your ship's about to come in for you. But you do need some help, or you do need some support, or you do need to release whatever this is. I mean, this could even be past life trauma, and it can also be childhood trauma as well, because this is going back a long time. This isn't just something that just happened like last week or last month or last year or anything like that. This is quite intense. But what I love about it is that what you're doing on an energy sense that you don't realize is that you're transmuting this into this. Bit of a contrast, hey? Bit of a contrast. But like I say, in the middle, right now, because all you have is now, from this moment forth, all you can do is do that releasing work. So you may even want to find a shaman or a natural born energy worker who can actually help you with this. I think that would be very, very powerful. So, you know, I would go down the Native American route. Who would want to root a Native American? Anyway, if you want to go down that route, or because if I'm in your shoes, I feel like I need to build trust with male, masculine energies. Even if they're masculine females, it doesn't matter. But I feel like if I'm you, I need to be around secure, stable, masculine men who will make you feel safe, will make you feel wanted, will make you feel desirable, without the innuendo of that. But I think it's building your trust back with men. So I hope that helped you, Debbie. That was a bit deep, but Spirit really wanted to push that through for you. So it's food for thought. Everything that I always share with you guys is food for thought. You take what you need, leave the rest. If you are curious, you can book in for a reading, or pop your comments or questions down below, and when I get a moment, I'll jump back and reply to you all. But I'm going to love you and leave you. If you've hung around for this long, thank you. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and do all that sort of stuff, because the algorithms are shit at the moment. And yeah, all the links are down below, you guys. All right, have a wonderful weekend. Get out there, have a bit of a play, do what you need to do. But whatever you do, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. All right, guys, love you. Have a good one. Bye.